few days ago, a report came out that multiple NFL teams were interested in Matthew Judon. But now it seems we've got an answer from the New England Patriots as a report came out from ESPN that the Patriots are lightly shopping one of their top defensive players. They're not saying no to any trade, but they're definitely not saying yes to any trade request just yet. So I'm wondering what it's going to take for the Patriots to either trade away Matthew Judon or realize what they have right now and keep him for the 2024 NFL season. Well, the beauty of it is that Matthew Judon loves using his social media, and he always has something to say. Well, I saw this yesterday when he posted on his Instagram story that this little kid, this little fan, was at training camp, and he had a Pay Judon sign. And Matthew Judon said, bruh, he's like 10, and he knew the value of a man. The value of a man outweighs the value of the dollar. So Matthew Judon clearly still wants to get paid, but he's made it very clear he does not want to play for any other team in the NFL except for the New England Patriots. So it's come down to this: pay him or trade him. And if they do either one, if anything happens with Matthew Judon, we're going to talk about it right here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. It's completely for free. I do all the work. All you guys have to do is click on a video and enjoy for the next 8 minutes. So if something happens, we'll make a video. We currently have 14,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Our next goal is 14,500. Let's go ahead and break down that official report here from ESPN's Jeff Darlington saying, I can tell you, when it comes to Judon, we're at a point where the Patriots are at least listening to trade offers. They are lightly shopping him, making clear to the NFL, hey, we're here to listen if you do want to trade for him. But I can tell you also, they really haven't gotten much in terms of the type of interest that would really consummate any kind of deal. I also can tell you this: the Patriots have not upped or reoffered anything to Judon since their initial offer before training camp. So it doesn't feel necessarily like the level of urgency is here to get him back to practice. To me, there's nothing imminent. Quite frankly, outside of a team stepping up and making a trade offer, it really does feel like he will likely have to play on this $6.5 million deal this season, which Matthew Judon has already said he will play on this $6.5 million deal this season. But he also reiterated, is that my value? No. We can also agree that. We don't need to be mathematicians to realize he should be paid more. But you have to factor in the age, you have to factor in the injuries, and when it comes down to trade offers, you may be getting, at most, a 5th-round pick for Matthew Judon. So there's no point in the Patriots not listening to trade offers when you've already had this dilemma going back and forth with Matthew Judon. You might as well see what you could possibly get for him. But just like Darlington said, doesn't seem like it's anything that's making them pull the trigger anytime soon. So just to break down what's happened, because I know we have talked a lot about Matthew Judon. Quite frankly, I'm over it, so I know you guys are. But like Jeff Darlington said, earlier this summer ahead of training camp, the Patriots offered Judon a new contract. Well, Judon declined that. He didn't think that it fit his value still. Then, in July, Judon wrote his own contract. Well, that was denied by the New England Patriots. So now we're just going back and forth. In August, Patriots are now receiving trade calls, and now the latest report is that they are lightly shopping Matthew Judon. What's the next step? Jerod Mayo talked on that at training camp ahead of the joint practice with the Eagles, saying, we don't really operate in rumors like that. The conversations that I have with those players are pretty private. What I will say is that Judon has done a great job in the meeting room and done everything that we've asked. He's meeting all the expectations. Well, Jerod Mayo, we know that you immediately told the media that after Kendrick Bourne was involved in the trade rumors with Brandon Ayuk, you went and talked to Kendrick Bourne about what it would possibly be like if he was traded. So now there's trade rumors about multiple NFL teams calling the Patriots about Matthew Judon, and now all of a sudden you're not talking to Judon about this conversation. It just seems weird to me. How long can this go on? Is this going to go well into the season? Is this going to be resolved before the season? Are you going to make Matthew Judon play even though he does not want the money that he's getting? It's going to be a very interesting, unfortunately, maybe even a dramatic season if Matthew Judon and the Patriots continue to move this way. That's why at this point, just pay the man or trade him, and let's move on. So with that being said, let's say it is a trade. I know that you guys have players out there that you would never, ever, ever want him to go to this team. For example, no Giants fans want to see Saquon go to the Eagles. So if Matthew Judon were to be traded, which team do you not want Matthew Judon on? I really don't want him on the Detroit Lions. I think that would be an unreal type of defense with Aiden Hutchinson and Matthew Judon. But that's just my team. Go ahead and comment that down below. Coming up, I do want to give you guys a quick little injury update on Christian Barmore. It's been over a month since anybody had even seen him, and then that changed the other day. But before we hop into that, let me go on ahead and tell you guys about the number one app that I use to put money down on games. I'm talking about Prize Picks. I've been playing this way before they became a sponsor for us here at Chat Sports. Why? Because I used to never really put money down on games. I'm not great at mental math. I'm really not great at math at all. So now when Prize Picks came along and all I had to do was just click more or less to earn up to 100 times my money, I said say less. You can actually turn $10 into 1,000 with as little as 4 correct picks. And signing up today, you can get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the 50 bonus. It is guaranteed. So if you guys want to go on ahead and test your skills on Prize Picks, it is super easy. All you guys have to do is pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can watch yourself win some real money in real time. Of course, the WNBA does kick back up tomorrow, and it's still a little while until the NFL season starts, so I'm rocking with MLB right now. Thankfully, there is a nice little promotion going on that if I just have one entry that is successful and it wins with a pitcher total strikeouts on there, well, then I'll end up winning a free entry. So here are my Prize Picks for today. Jordan Montgomery, Aaron Judge, and I got Doyle as well. As you can tell, life is short. I always take the more. So go on ahead and test your skills on Prize Picks. All you guys have to do is download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. It's super easy. All you have to do is pick more, pick less, run your game. All right, let's talk about Christian Barmore. He returned to practice. Not in that sense. He physically was at practice, but still no participation, obviously, for the 25-year-old who was unfortunately dealing with blood clots. But if you guys did not remember, Christian Barmore, a month ago on his 25th birthday, was diagnosed with these blood clots, which are very scary. And I know that it may take a long time for the blood clots to completely dissolve. Not to mention, you have to go on blood thinners. You have to go on a lot of medication to make sure your body is still functioning and that blood clot does not move. So it's now raised the question of, do we see him returning this season? But it was just so good to see Christian Barmore be out there, be with the team. We have not seen any appearance of Barmore since he originally was diagnosed, and that was it. We went a whole month without our top defensive lineman. Even Davon, Godchaux, who plays right next to him at the nose tackle, he missed his fellow teammates, saying it was great, man. Great. He's in great spirits. Seeing my teammate, my brother, it's great seeing him out there, but most important thing is that he's in great spirits. I know it's tough. I tore my ACL senior year of high school, and I was out for the rest of the season. I'm not saying he's going to be out for the rest of the season, but I know the feeling of just being out. It can be dark days. Just seeing him smile, I told him, come around more, man. We miss you. So it was just great seeing him at practice. But I do believe that after a month of dealing with these blood clots, I think it's a little bit fair just to ask the question of, do we think Christian Barmore is going to be out for the season? Or else should I say, should the Patriots start preparing for a long tenure of Christian Barmore not being with the New England Patriots? You're going to have to now start looking at your depth chart and preparing for the worst case scenario of him missing the season. The only reason why I do say this is for a little bit of context here. David Andrews, he missed the 2019 season because he had blood clots. So you have to kind of look at every single scenario here, and the Patriots still have not updated his status ever since ruling him out indefinitely, which just means there is no timetable for his return, as I believe that because a blood clot's now serious it can be. So now when you take out Christian Barmore from that starting 3-4 front, you're going to have Daniel Ekuale at that defensive tackle spot, Davon Godchaux and Keon White right there next to him. You also do have Watts behind Ekuale there. You can move Dietrich Wise over maybe a little bit to the right side if you need him. I do think Jeremiah Farms has been dominant in week 1 of the preseason. Maybe you could work him in at defensive tackle as well. But Ekuale's not bad. Ekuale can definitely take some reps, split it with Farms or Watts, and you can make up for a little bit of what Christian Barmore is able to have in the pass rush, but it's not Barmore, man. Overall, it's really tough when you have to move forward and think about a season that's upcoming, but you have to remember health is everything. I just want Christian Barmore to be okay. I'm 25 years old, and I can't imagine how scary it would be to be laying down right now having blood clots, so we hope that he is okay, and I know that we have 14,000 fans right now on this channel that want him to be okay as well. So go ahead and spam your 90s in the comment section. Show Christian Barmore some love while he's in his recovery phase. We do hope to see him back in the Patriots uniform this season, but of course we just want to make sure that he is happy, he is healthy, and just know that we miss him. And we're really going to miss him tomorrow night going up against the Philadelphia Eagles in week 2 of the NFL preseason. We will be live tomorrow night, so if you guys want to come hang out with us, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me, turn on your notifications, that way you guys get notified when we go live tomorrow night at 6 p.m.